celebrations of the ceasefire after Friday prayers. But the mood at Al-Aqsa Mosque soon turned a familiar corner. Tear gas and rubber bullets from police, rocks from some worshippers. It's unclear what triggered the skirmishes. In Gaza there was peace, but also a grim reality. Many residents returning to where they used to live. Gazan authorities say 65 children there were killed. That figure is 2 in Israel. That contrast didn't stop a Hamas leader declaring a strategic victory.
The Palestinians believe that for the first time, they've broken Israel's monopoly on the narrative, and that the world is finally taking note and listening to the Palestinian narrative and following Palestinian social media that has enabled them to bypass mainstream media.
Benjamin Netanyahu, still clinging on to his job as Israeli leader, claimed victory too.
As many as 8 million people might have died from COVID-19, close to 3 times more than official global figures. That's according to the World Health Organization, which says there's been a significant undercount of the true death toll.
The World Health Organization says there's been a significant undercount. Its own statistics show 3.4 million people have died from the disease, but says the real number is between 6 and 8 million. WHO wants to include those who died without being tested, plus what they call indirect deaths.
These are the deaths that can be attributed to the difficult conditions that many people in the world are living under because of the pandemic.
It's the United States with the highest death toll, more than 500,000.
The fight against coronavirus is in its second year, and in the last 1.5 years, there is something new that world learns about the virus almost every week. New variants, new symptoms, and its after effects. One such after effect putting patients and doctors to panic across India is the black fungal infection, scientifically called mucormycosis. The rare fungal disease is hitting COVID patients as the healthcare system continues to reel under massive pressure. As of 19th of May, at least 7,250 cases of black fungus have been reported in India. Hospitals are now facing a shortage of medicine which is used to treat this fungal infection. India's health ministry said that it was looking to rope in more companies to produce the anti-fungal drug.
Taiwan is pressing the U.S. for help with COVID-19 vaccines as it struggles to contain a worrying new outbreak. Taiwan reported several straight days of triple-digit infections this week after largely keeping the virus at bay for months. That's led to its stock of vaccines running out rapidly and only 1% of its population vaccinated. To date, only about 700,000 shots have arrived, all of which come from AstraZeneca. But the battle against the virus there and its lack of vaccines is complicated by its politics. China, which claims the democratic island as its own, has offered its domestically developed vaccines to Taiwan through the COVAX vaccine sharing program. The Chinese vaccines are prohibited under Taiwanese law.
There are serious concerns for an Australian writer accused of espionage as he prepares to face a closed-door trial in China. The Foreign Minister has called for her officials to be allowed access in a move that has angered Beijing and further strained an already rocky diplomatic relationship.
Dr Yang Hengjun has spent more than 2 years detained in China. His friend fears he'll be convicted of espionage and could be locked up for life.
At the very least, they will sentence him to at least 10 years or more. The maximum is not only life sentence, it can be a death penalty.
The Australian writer and former Chinese diplomat insists he's not a spy. But on Thursday, the 56-year-old will stand trial in Beijing behind closed doors.
Police Minister Perpetual Pixel has promised to take action against corrupt police officials. Now, he's visiting the Zanzibar area today, has been at least, and this follows vigilante attacks that left 8 people dead and 1 critically injured. The community accused the victims of terrorizing residents and claim officers dragged their feet on stopping crime. But Minister Pixel says this will come to an end.
Gaza UAV and a surface-to-air missile system dubbed 9-Day and Quds radar system were 3 strategic military achievements that were unveiled by the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, IRGC, on Friday during a ceremony attended by the IRGC Commander-in-Chief Major General Hossein Salami and the commander of the IRGC Aerospace Force Major General Amir Ali Hajizadeh. The giant Gaza drone is a new defense achievement made by the experts in IRGC that can carry out various surveillance, combat, reconnaissance missions with a flight duration of 35 hours. This drone is capable of carrying 13 bombs more than 2,000 kilometers in combat missions, as well as carrying 500 kilograms of various reconnaissance and signal equipment.
Authorities in Russia uncovered buried treasure of sorts. More than $2 million worth of diamonds and gems were dug up in a forest in the city of Kazan. They are believed to be loot from a heist carried out during the 2018 World Cup. Kazan was one city to host soccer games during the tournament. The jewelry was stolen while it was being transported for display at an expo. Police tore through the bags that were covered with mud from years in the earth. They mostly contained rings and brooches. The suspect is a Colombian man who was arrested in Argentina in 2019 and extradited to Russia earlier this year. He reportedly confessed to the theft.
A powerful earthquake struck southern Qinghai province in China early on Saturday, causing what experts say will be significant economic loss. The 7.3 quake took place around 1,000 kilometers north of an earlier tremor on Friday night in southwestern China near Myanmar that caused at least 3 deaths and 27 injuries, according to officials. US geophysicists said the 2 quakes were not related. The latest took place in a mainly rural region, and so far there have been no reports of any casualties. Aftershocks continued into Saturday morning, with multiple smaller tremors recorded by China's earthquake administration. An Albanian man accused of supplying weapons to a Tunisian terrorist who killed 86 people in Nice is back in France after extradition from Italy. Endre Alesi is suspected of aiding Mohamed Louaj Boulel, who rammed a truck into a crowd in the French coastal city on July 14, 2016, Bastille Day. 28-year-old Alesi was arrested on April 21st on a warrant from France in the southern Italian town of Sparanese, north of Naples. Also known as Gino, he's accused of providing Boulel with an assault rifle, according to French judicial sources. Boulel was shot dead by police at the wheel of the truck he drove through crowds on Nice's waterfront, killing 86 and wounding more than 400 people.